Hello out there. This is gonna be a reaction video to Jay the Black, I believe his name is. And he was talking about how black women do not like nice guys, they do not like black nice guys. They don't respect them. He uses the Russell Wilson, Sierra, and Future love triangle to prove that, black women, you know, they don't respect us and they still like the thug because the thug gives them drama and attention that the nice guy doesn't do. And he kind of just brings out the conclusion that he doesn't feel motivated to go back into the dating scene, and he's completely given up on marriage. He seems a little suicidal, maybe. I'm not saying that to be funny or spiteful, but I'm just saying, it seems like he's either going to take the route of being asexual or suicide, or because I doubt a man could just live his life not feeling wanted by society, or especially by a woman. So it's like I don't kind of understand this route that some black men are on, talking about they're going to live the rest of their lives without nothing to pass down, or without anything to give or offer to the world. But I wanted to break down his arguments. My thing is that let's like first go off with this. Black women are not coming from dandelion environments where there's gardens in their communities, or they're not in welcoming communities. Let's just leave it at that. They're not in communities where they feel safe, protected, or even wanted. And even though I would say I hate these women like Brooklyn Blue, Karazin, Nicole Little, and all the other cult swirlers, the thing is they do have a point. And the thing is that they don't feel protected. And they have valid argument. That's why they have such a decent following. It is valid. It is valid that black girls don't feel protected, going to school, when I was in high school, girls would get trains ran up on them, so I can kind of see the weariness of, I don't know if being around black men is a good thing, or even associating with black people because, she'll be, or, be a sex object or something. They do have valid points. So, they're not coming from these, dandelion environments to where they can be sweet and dainty. And, the men that are around them are shiftless. They're not builders. And so what? They have to take both roles. I don't support it. I don't even agree with it. I don't even think it should even be happening, even if it's a last resort or whatever. If, just when I hear, single moms talking about they're the father too, I mean, it's like you're not even instilling father-like roles or values, because you're just teaching your son to be nice to women and acting like, oh, that's a fatherly thing. It's like, oh no, a fatherly thing is where you're teaching your son how to change a tire, use a gun, fight. I ain't talking about hood rat fight. I'm talking about protection, like self-defense. What do you do when somebody tries to attack you? Shit like that. A father-son shit is like, teaching your son how to fix a car, and changing the tire, changing the wheel, checking the engine, car shit, man shit, going fishing, going hunting, just chilling at the damn lake. That's what my father likes to do. He likes going to those little back alleys or back roads and finding those little state parks. And those state parks ain't pretty, I don't see any black women with their kids over there, I'm talking about those raw and like very, those raw and how would you describe them, like raw and like gritty state parks to where it's like mosquitoes everywhere, beware of snakes, walk with a buddy, swim at your own risk, watch out for bears. Like you don't see black women in those spots. But it's like, but the thing is, boys need to be over in those environments because they need to learn how to, be a part of nature and, take advantage of what they have and, just learn how to survive on the grid, you know, which has been a greatest weakness in black survival. Yet again, black, yet again, black women can't teach be a father figure because there's things that you don't even know that you can't even do. How are you going to teach your boy or your son how to deal with other races of men? Like what kind of business advice are you giving him? What jobs are you giving him? Who can you call and say, hey, I have my son right here, 15 years old. He's ready to work. He ready. You don't have to worry about whether he'll be on time. You don't have to worry about time. I will drop him off. I will drop him off before work, and if something else happens, I can give him bus fare money, and I know the bus schedule, so he'll be on time no matter what. Do black mothers have that connections? But anyways, other than that, the other thing about the nice guy argument with black women is that sometimes the guy is just too good to be true. And I notice black men will be like, oh, all nice guys or most nice guys are legitimate. I've read stories of these are true stories of black women who felt lonely and they were with this guy. Sometimes it's this the stay-at-home boyfriend where they these women try to combine incomes with a unemployed dude, and that doesn't work. I don't count those as nice guys. I don't count you guys with those guys. But there have been stories of black women meeting the so-called on point black man who's making six figures, and he ends up either lying or he ends up killing them. Or doesn't happen often, but I'm just saying there are stories like that, and I said that could be a factor on why black women don't have a innate their pussy don't get wet once you say, oh, I'm a nice guy, because there has been urban legends, there has been real accounted stories of black women meeting the so-called on point guy and he ends up being a monster. It has happened. And sometimes I don't think black women get a fair argument or get a fair say because they end up being called a Negro bedwench, a man hater, or an angry feminist. And black women, some arguments that black women have are legitimate. Another thing is that what's another thing I could say? I'll just kind of get on to the issues that I had with Jada Black's video. My thing is that you just keep, I don't know why you brought up Russell Wilson, and a lot of the guys that make videos about Russell Wilson do not support Russell Wilson. So I don't understand the concept of he's the nice guy that I want, but it's like that I want to be or that I am, but I hate him at the same time because he's with Sierra, and that Sierra should have got with him the first time around. It's like, it doesn't make sense to a degree, because it's like if you look at Sierra's personality and how she, conducted herself, I mean, some of y'all on YouTube have like I want to say very high standards for black women. It's like y'all want the kind of like latchkey wife or something like the woman that just knows her, the holy woman, the woman who knows her place. She says nothing, and it's like you always want these kind of like kind of dainty, but just like these plain girls who just don't have any personality or anything. So it's like, yeah, I don't understand the argument of you wanting a street girl, but you're not a street dude. That it doesn't make sense to me. It's like, okay, like, yeah, well, like what's the argument with Sierra? It's like, y'all niggas ain't checking for hood chicks, and let's just be honest, she was a hood chick. Just like I don't get uptight about Eve being with a white dude. It's like, okay, niggas, she's a hood chick. It's like, y'all calling her a Negro bedwench and all that stuff. I don't think she's that bad, but for dating white men, I don't really care too much for it. It's just there's some things I wish she would have been a little bit more politically correct about. But the problem is that the problem that I have with black men calling her a Negro bedwench and all that stuff is that there's really no merit to it, because it's like, to y'all dudes, she's the hood rat, she's the gangster girl who wanted the thug or the roughneck. And I'm looking at her old videos. I just happened to run across one last month where she is shit, I lost my damn place. Where she's like she's loyal to this street dude who goes to jail. He's a drug dealer, and he goes to jail and she waits for him and she's loyal to him and she's just waiting for him to get out of jail. And it's like a lot of you black dudes on YouTube, that's like your main complaint. Like, oh, I don't want the hood girl. I don't want the girl who dates thugs. Okay, then she's out of the list. And why are you mad when Negro bedwenches? I mean, why are you mad at black women? Dating white boys when they weren't even your type to begin with. Why are you mad at Russell Wilson dating Sierra when she wasn't even she's not even your type? You making all these videos about the ghetto, the unapologetic, and I'm just saying you black YouTubers in general. They're making all these hate videos about they don't like the ghetto black woman. They don't like the street black woman. It's like, okay, then don't get mad when she's dating white men. Don't get mad when she's dating an on point simp. Like, I don't get the argument like that. I don't see black men inspiring to be like Russell Wilson, even on the YouTube spectrum. Like, y'all clown him. Like, y'all say you're just like him, but like, how are you just like him when you're clowning? Another thing is that a lot of these lames on YouTube need to stop acting like they're like they don't want to be the cool kids that they envy. Like, they don't want to be the thugs that they envy. Y'all want to be like that, man. Let's just be for real. Y'all are just basically the failed thug or the failed hood dude who couldn't be accepted into the clique because maybe, his shoes were way out of date. He wasn't related to anybody cool. He just didn't have a personality that fit. Girls didn't find him attractive. And let's just leave it at that, right? Leave that petty shit out the door. And I'll admit, I had to leave that dumb petty shit out the door. That's why I don't run around saying to girls, I'm the nice guy. A lot of those girls a lot of those girls know I'm not a nice guy. And they respect that. I've lost a good bit of friends, but they can respect that. I'm not, that, hey, I'm not a nice guy, but hey, he has a decent personality on a good day. So, I don't champion myself as the nice guy. I never will. The nice guy talk has been used redundantly by black men because black men do not want to be valued based off material shit because, they're too afraid. And, if they do that, black men are afraid that they'll lose their girl to the white boys or the non-black man who is getting most of his resources from black people anyway. So black men really just don't have a good argument to put on why they should be chosen. They don't have good arguments. And the arguments are wrong in both directions because it's like you're mad at girls for not choosing the nice guy, but it's basically like what's so nice about you guys? Like what's the thing? It's like some of you guys are just damn arrogant. Like I don't you guys do not make videos talking about what are you going to do to a woman. Like, do you guys make videos saying that, oh, once if I had a girlfriend, oh, I would treat her, so right. I would take her to the movies, and we're not gonna just see one movie. Oh hell no, we're gonna see two movies, and then we're gonna go out to eat, and then we're gonna chill at my spot. We're gonna smoke a blunt, and we're just gonna make love until 1 a.m. and then I'm gonna drive her home. I don't care how late it is, or she can stay at my crib, and she can stay in my crib while I go to work, and we'll fuck again when I get off. Niggas ain't saying that shit. Niggas ain't are not making videos about how they're gonna romanticize their girl and they're gonna do this and that. Like niggas ain't making no video. I ain't seen no nigga making who make all these claims about they're nice guys. Never seen them make videos talking about, oh, I'm gonna wine and dine my girl, man. If I had a girlfriend, I would take her to New Zealand, and we're gonna be staying at a 5-star restaurant. I mean, a 5-star hotel, and we're only gonna eat the finest of foods, and we're gonna drink the finest of wines, man. We're popping champagnes tonight, all night, every day, every night, all night. We're gonna be doing like y'all niggas you don't talk about that. So it's like, to me, I don't even see what's the point of you saying that you're the nice guy to women, but it's like, y'all, I doubt you guys will even do anything nice or do anything, surprising or do anything that will get a woman off her feet. So I don't get the claim. You all say you're nice guys, so it's like, where's the proof? And then the thing is, being nice is intangible, and that's one thing I can respect some of the street dudes who may or may not be thugs. Because you do have street dudes who are just street dudes, and they're either former thugs or they're just you're just street dudes because of the environment. You might meet a street dude who's kind of like a nerdy dude once you get to know him, but he has to put the street front. So niggas from the rival block or next 2 blocks down don't him up, and shit, because he doesn't want to be a target. He doesn't want to be seen as weak, But anyways, that's what that reminds me of my final argument about the so-called nice guy. Are you guys gonna protect women? I mean, how many? I think I've already said this, but I can't really remember. But how many of you black men are going to fight for black women? I see a lot of guys talking about black patriarchy, and we're gonna take control of our neighborhoods and put our resources together. But okay, once it comes to honoring your women or being there for black women, how many of you guys are actually going to fund money to make black women look good and make them feel beautiful and shit like that? How many of you guys are going to cater to what black women want and put them on a pedestal? If black women say, I want this, are you going to give them it? When it comes to, are black men gonna be like the Klan back in the days, when if a white man saw a black man talking to a white woman, or even just the mere looking or the mere glance, that white man is in attack mode. How many of you black men are going to whoop a cracker's ass for looking at your daughter or looking at your wife? Or even slick talking. Let's just go with realistic or more sane scenarios. If a nigga came up, if a nigga came up to your girl and he's smacking her on the ass and he's saying, I'll fuck you tonight, lose the scrub, how are you gonna react? So I saw a video months ago on media takeout. Some dude done took this nigga's girl, and it's a lame dude, and he's bitching and crying about the girl. And, He's yelling. They at some restaurant, probably IHOP or McDonald's, and he's crying, "Come back to me! Come back to me! No!" And then the dude that stole his girl, um, socked him in the jaw, and he's knocked out crying. And that's how a lot of y'all niggas are, man. Y'all niggas are not built to even protect black women. Y'all ain't even built. And it's not. I'm not saying like black women are like in some type of special case where they have to be, you know, that they have to be tough. But then again, I'm looking at the environment that they come from, and I understand it. I wish it didn't have to be so. But let's just say you meet the dainty black woman, you meet the diamond in the rough, you meet the nice girl who just happens to live in the hood or in the black community that's not doing too well. Are you going to protect her? These girls are coming from trauma. These girls are talking about, they've been raped, they've had abortions, or they've been, sexually assaulted. Are you going to be the protector? Or because are you going to make them feel like they're wanted or that you have their back? Sometimes and that's the thing. I'm just learning about shit. That we sometimes black men, we just need to sit back and just let women talk for a little bit. I ain't pandering to these females. I'm just saying there's traumas and things that they go to that black men need to fix. You want to talk about black patriarchy? Okay, what are you going to do to rogue males who rape women or molest little girls? What you going to do about them? You're claiming that you're a nice guy, but what makes you nice? Like, what are you doing for women? What are you doing for women that makes you the best choice? I understand that niggas don't want to date and they feel like being nice is a waste of time. And yes, being nice is a waste of time. Nice guys do finish last, but be respectful. At least understand what some of these thugs are doing to get women. Other than the grimy shit and the dirty Mac and shit that they do, at least with thugs and bad boys, they understand that dimes are rare. You don't make them, you don't see them too often, and once you see them, every guy wants to be with her. Every guy wants to, be able to, have some type of sexual connection with her. Some guys want to get her pregnant so, she can run back and forth to him, even, when whatever. So, there's guys who have good and bad intent, but the thugs notice that, hey, I need to put my scent on her. I need to, mark her down so other niggas won't try her. And that's the thing I can respect about that. Even if it's dirty macking, I don't like it. Some of these bad boys and some of these thugs know how the world works. And some of you nice guys just worry too damn much about, about being respectful and being moral. And it's like, it's not about being moral or being respectful. I mean, it is about being respectful. I keep contradicting myself. It is about being moral. It is, but don't sell yourself short about, I have to be the super nice guy, and why aren't black women respecting me and I'm super nice? It's like, you kind of have to understand what these women go through in the betrayals they face. So yes, black women may not have a knee-jerk reaction to fall in love with the nice guy who gives them roses every day, because that gesture may remind them of their mom being raped and how her stepdad came to was the nice guy who did everything, and he ruined it all because he wanted to be with somebody else, or he was a liar, or he was a criminal, or he molested somebody. So you have to understand like why black women don't have these knee-jerk reactions to run up to nice guys.